You are overthinking time signatures, and I will show you how easy it is to build intuition in any time signature you want.
I don't get this, Peyton. Why should I learn what a time signature is? What is a time signature?
Well, Rufus, let me tell you the story of why I love odd time signatures so much. The year was 2019, and I just met my best friend, Omar. He was sitting at a table on campus, and he had his DAW open, Studio One, the same digital audio workstation that I use. So I went up and approached him and asked to listen to a song. And the rhythm was so weird. What was this rhythm that was going on? I didn't know how to count it. I didn't know what was going on. And he told me it's an odd time signature. And I was super curious. I wanted to know, how are you doing this weird music thing? So that night he came over and he taught me odd time. He turned the metronome on in my DAW, set it to 15/8, and let it run. And he counted it. And that moment when Omar taught me how to count became my intuition for odd time signatures. And on that very same day, we started a song in 15/8 time, and it became my single that I released on the 1st of January 2020, called When I Found You I. You see, I want you to have the same freedom I have now to use any type of meter I want to. I don't want you to be stuck in that 4/4 box. There's only so much you can do with 4/4 rhythms. But once you learn all the other rhythms, all the other times out there, oh, just imagine the creative palette you'll have. Just imagine the rhythms you can play with. And imagine what you can take back to 4/4 just because you've learned more subdivision.
Alright. Cool story, bro. Yeah, you got me interested. Okay, could you tell me what a time signature is? I mean, what do these numbers mean? I don't get it.
The top number tells you how many beats are in one measure. That is, what's the number you're counting to before you go back to 1. The bottom number tells you what fraction note that count represents. If it's 4, it's a quarter note. If it's 8, it's an eighth note. And it's mostly a feel thing. It's not very important for understanding odd time signatures.
I'm lost. What does a measure mean?
Every measure starts with a downbeat. It's the loudest beat. It's what resets the groove so you know how to dance. Now, most popular music is counting up to 4, but really you can count up to any number. You probably don't consciously count to 4 while you're listening to music, but if you start building this habit, you're well on your way to counting in odd time signatures, because all you need to do is learn how to count.
Can you draw something, please?
Now with 4/4, the downbeat is every 4 counts. The downbeat is the accent, and that's how you know what time signature it is. Now I'm going to draw out 5/4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1.
So the only difference is how many counts before the downbeat repeats. The downbeats are now different, and this is why 4/4 and 5/4 sound different, because the accented beat is in a different location. Okay, I'm going to count out one more as the final example, 7, which is a time signature that I love, and you'll hear it in my song Secret Package.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1.
Almost 2 measures of 4/4, but not quite. See this lining up here? Just 1 beat more, and they would be 2 measures of 4.
Okay, that drawing was helpful, thanks. Not that I need to practice, but how would I practice this?
This is what you need to practice. You need to practice counting to a metronome to build that intuition. So right now, let's count together with this metronome. Starting with 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam. Not too difficult, right? This should be natural to you because most music is in 4/4. Okay, now with my metronome app, I'm going to change it to 5 beats per bar. We're going to count 5/4 together. Now, practice this and you will gain the intuition to actually play in 5/4. Give yourself enough time. Now let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finally, we're going to count to 7. Pay attention to the downbeats represented by the plus sign. The spacing of the downbeats, or the loudest count, is going to tell you what time signature you're in. Let's start counting. 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. That actually is 2 downbeats. It actually is 2 accented beats. And there's many different ways to count as 7 or to count as 5 because of subdivision. What's 7? It's 4 plus 3. So you can count it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. You can also count it as 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And all these methods of counting, they just change what the accented beats sound like. So I'm going to count it as 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. You'll hear it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And just like it's super easy to count in 4/4, you don't even have to think about it. The more you repeat these two and others, these will become natural to count to as well.
Okay, this is really making sense now. Can you show it on the piano, please?
I hope this video helped you understand odd time signatures, and above all, just keep on practicing, and I promise you, you will build that intuition. Did you enjoy my teaching style? Well, if you did, then please leave me a comment of what you would like to learn next, and subscribe so that you don't miss the next tutorial. Alright, this is Peyton signing off. See you next time.